Welcome back. This is John Locke. Today I'm answering a question from the Reddit SEO forum. This person asks, um, the client sees her business on the second page of Google search results, but when I search for that business with the same terms, it's on page 1. How does this work? My client is asking why she finds her company on the second page of Google results, and when I checked myself, she's right on the first page. I'm trying to figure out what's going on and why it's different for both of us. So this is a very common occurrence, and there's two reasons why this happens. Well, actually, maybe two and a half, maybe three reasons. The first reason is some of these results are going to depend on where you're searching from. Now, especially if you're some sort of service business and you're trying to get foot traffic or people driving to your location or showing up at your location, and there's some sort of city modifier in that search. Let's say if it's like Auto Shop Sacramento and you're trying to rank for that, but your auto shop is really not in Sacramento. Maybe it's in somewhere different, like Rockland or something like that. Which, for those who don't know geography, it's a suburb, but it's a good 30, 40 minutes away from Sacramento. So in those cases, the search results might be a little bit different because it's going to return different things depending on where your geolocation is, where your device, your phone, your computer, where it's located. So and especially in the map. In the 3-pack map, it's that's where you're going to see it show up the most. A lot of people try and figure out how to always rank in the map. In the 3-pack map, and the answer is it's always going to depend on where the person is searching from. So you're never 100% going to be in the map. Okay, so the second reason why you and your client are seeing different results. She's on page 2 when she searches, but when you search, she's on page 1. The second reason is personalization. So Google personalizes the results based on a lot of factors, including your search history. So depending on what you've visited, what pages you have visited in the past, or what things you've clicked on in the past, you two are going to see different results. No person is ever going to get the exact same search results all the way down from page 1 to page 10, exactly the same as another person. Very, very rare. And that's for this third reason. The third reason is, except for the very tippy top results, and even Google tests those, like even, Google will test the top 5 results on a page and put new results into the mix, but everything, a lot of people feel that everything that's below, the tippy top results is kind of in a state of flux, and Google is going to A/B test those results a lot more often. And so you're going to see, and especially I've noticed this lately, in the last few months, there is a lot of fluctuation when it comes to the bottom half of page 1 and then page 2 and everything below page 2. There's a lot of fluctuation, and it makes sense because let's say that there's, a good 20, 25 businesses that do the same thing as your client, and if they're all trying to rank in the same metro area, in the same metropolitan area for that, whatever it is that she does, then there's going to be fluctuation because Google isn't just going to give the same results to everybody. They have to test all the pages that can satisfy a query and see based on how people interact with that page. Remember our video about how they test user satisfaction with a page and user signals. But they're going to test and see, how if people are really satisfied with the page, and so there is going to be some fluctuation. So maybe for you, you're getting one part of this A/B testing where she's on page 1, but she might be getting a different version of that testing where she is on page 2. If you'll ever notice in Google Search Console, if you are logged into Google Search Console and you Google a term that one of the sites that's in your Search Console dashboard would be ranking for, you'll notice that it'll show that site, and it'll say, like, here's the average of where this was ranking over the last 28 days for this query. And the reason why it gives you an average of where it was ranking is because it doesn't give the same ranking each and every time. It tests things out, and it has to do that because even for a localized query, there might be hundreds of pages that could satisfy that query, and Google has to test over time which pages deserve to be at the top. And that's why I say you'll see pages that used to be number 1, or they used to be in the top 3 for all kinds of local searches all over the country, but they're nowhere, not even in the top 20 or not even in the top 30 today, because the user signals and the various things that they use to measure whether a page should be number 1 or number 2 or number 3, those pages are found to be lacking today. So to sum it up, there's 3 reasons why you're going to see different things than your client all the time. Now, I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's just that you're seeing different things. And the 3 reasons are localization, geolocation. So if the thing that you're trying to rank for is in a city and you're closer to that city, then it might be a little bit higher. And this is especially going to be in the map pack. Second reason is personalization. If you've clicked on certain things, or Google thinks you prefer certain pages more than others, it's going to show you those things higher. So you can always look at it in incognito mode, or you can use a tool to do rank tracking and maybe get a little of that bias out of there. And your client might have a different personalization, and so when she looks for the same thing, it might be a little bit lower. The third reason, again, Google does A/B testing, so you're not always going to get the same results that somebody else might see in another part of the country, or even another part of your metro area. So I hope that answers that question. Again, you want to be looking at the longer term trends and not just like, you're exactly where you were, yesterday. But look at the trends of overall, are you going up? Are you staying flat, or are you going down for certain things? Because don't trip over, day-to-day rankings, because day-to-day rankings have a tendency to fluctuate quite a bit. Just look at where you are over the longer term. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO, and I'm here every single day answering questions on SEO. I will be here tomorrow. Thank you to all the new subscribers who have come on this month. I really appreciate it. We're finishing 2019 very strong. Appreciate it. I'll be here tomorrow. Until next time, peace.